tables. Cool.
Welcome back to baseball, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming to you live from Bancroft Memorial Park in beautiful Bancroft, Iowa. As this is the voice of the Bandits, Mitchell Kieran, welcoming you to game number 7 as we begin the third week of regular season action here in the Pioneer League. And tonight's contest just about 28 minutes away from the visiting Albert Lea Lakers taking on your Bancroft Bandits. As last time we played was this past Sunday at Storm Lake, where the Bandits took a 10-3 victory over the Whitecaps, and it seemed like we finally were able to put the offense together behind the bats of Aaron Cowboy Mason. Had a terrific day at the plate, 4 of 5 at bats, including 3 doubles. We also saw Adrian Torres continue to do work, having a hit in each of his first 3 games in the purple, but Adrian Torres, a pair of triples, going 3 for 6 on the day, as well as leadoff Daniel Hernandez going 2 of 6 for his second straight multi-hit game in just 2 games for the Bandits. We also saw the winning pitcher for Nate Arruda out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and Tabor College, as Nate was able to fan 10 Whitecap batters. And we also saw in relief another solid outing from Ryan Bird, as well as the left-hander out of Clark University, Dante Glover. So the Bandits entered tonight's contest with an overall record of 5-1, sitting close to the top along with Peak of Ames, as they are now an official member of the league, but an automatic 6th seed in the playoffs. So Bandits still looking for the number 1 seed, even though we have a lot of summer left. And we still got to get through tonight's opponent, the Albert Lea Lakers. So given the proximity, it's fair to say that Bancroft and Albert Lea do have a bit of a distinguished rivalry dating all the way back to last summer's playoffs, as Albert Lea, although the record doesn't show it, they are quite a competitive team. They have a lot of offense, especially coming in late with the addition of Jacob McKeon and Jacob Kaiser, as well as a Central Arizona right-hander that we'll see for the second time tonight with a lot of velo, Julio Estacio. So he, along with Jesse Bloom, we're going to be seeing him tomorrow night at Hike Field, which you could tune in for 6:45 action. That game will be 9 innings, but tonight will be 7 innings to try and give the pitchers a little bit of a breather from these Monday through Thursday games. Will be 7 innings, and then the weekend's prime time will be a full 9 innings. But of course, Albert Lea hit the field last night, and it was a tough start to their game, giving up a 9 spot in the first inning to the Peak of Ames prospects, but they were able to surmount a little bit of a comeback, but a little too late, as the final score was Ames 10, Albert Lea 4. As Albert Lea, we've already played them twice before this year, and they saw the likes of Nate Arruda and Niall Ball, but tonight they're going to be seeing a fresh pitcher getting his first start in the purple and black for Bancroft. That's going to be right-hander out of Mississippi College, Chris Crosby, who's coming off a very solid spring with a 4.6 ERA, a 7-2 overall record, and in 90 total innings pitched, he has only given up 87 hits, 50 runs, only 46 of them earned, 29 walks, 72 strikeouts, and opposing hitters only hold a batting average of .254 from this past spring. He was a part of a very solid Mississippi College program that went 28-17 in the past spring, and it's not hard to see that he was a big reason why with his work off the mound. As well as looking for the summer stats, so far getting off to a great start, it will be our tonight's number 5 hitter and designated batter, Lance Russell. 10 hits in his first 21 plate appearances with a team-high .476 batting average. There will be 6 Bandits tonight in the starting lineups with batting averages over 300. But again, I want to go back to those New Mexico Junior College boys, as even though the past Saturday matchup against the Carroll Merchants was not quite the game that we have seen the Bandits play to peak performance, striking out a whopping 16 times to Tyler Jacobson, as we'll be seeing him in 2 days when we're on the road at Merchants Park in Carroll. However, from that night, we saw a 3-for-3 performance, getting on base 4 times Daniel Hernandez. In just 2 games and in 9 at-bats, he has 5 base hits, and he'll be in the 3-hole tonight. We've seen him in the leadoff spot, but not far from him will be the cleanup hitter tonight, Adrian Torres. 6 hits in just 13 at-bats, and of course, I'm going to go back to a double and 2 triples from this past Sunday at Storm Lake, so hopefully those 2 can carry over the momentum, as well as tonight's leadoff hitter, Aaron Cowboy Mason. .316 batting average, not too shabby, but what's looking very impressive for him, 7 stolen bases on 7 attempts. So he is, without a doubt, stealing the bases like a bandit this year. So we're hoping for yet another big game from tonight's reigning player of the game out of Doane University and Aaron Cowboy Mason. So before we give you tonight's starting lineups, we once again had a pregame scoop with the head coach, Michael Kieran, of the Bancroft Bandits with yet another interview. So we'll take you to that one right now. Bandits head coach Michael Kieran. So, Michael, 2 weeks into the season, and Bancroft already light years ahead of last year, sitting at a 5-1 overall record, and still trying to play for the number 1 seed in the playoffs. But obviously, still early in the year, and I think you kind of have you can see through the lines of how teams are trying to handle Bancroft early on in the year.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen all 1s and 2s so far, and top bullpen arms, closers coming in the 6th and 7th, 8th to face us, and that's a good thing. Tonight's the first 7-inning game we play, so we're going to have to play really well because the game's shrunk down. Chris is going to get the ball, and I think he's going to do a good job. But, yeah, I mean, we expect to see a really good pitcher tonight from Albert Lee and Estacio. Tomorrow we'll see Bloom. I think that's their 1 and 2 in no particular order. Saturday, I'm sure we'll see Jacobson from Carroll, another number 1 that we've seen before, and he's a very talented pitcher. And then Sunday, we'll probably see a really talented pitcher from Fort Dodge because I know Coach McLeod's going to want to beat us, and I think he'll throw, again, another really good arm at us, and we're used to it by now. We've seen 6 1s or 2s so far in our 6 first games, and we'll continue to see that as the season plays out. I mean, we've got a target on our back for whatever reason, and we're going to embrace it.
And you've started to see a glimpse of the offense heading in the right direction right before this, once again, for the second straight week, a giant rain delay.
Yeah.
So what's kind of the game plan to attack another talented right-handed arm tonight with your offense?
The message is going to be we've got to limit strikeouts. I think we're hitting okay. Not up to our potential yet, but we're hitting okay. We still have some pieces coming. But we're hitting all right. We're getting on base all right. But we're base running really well. The message is going to be we got to limit strikeouts. We've got to find a way on base. And we got to quit relying on the big hit. We just need to kind of take more body jabs instead of trying to always get the knockout punch in.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Yep.
So once again, that was the pregame scoop with our head coach, Michael Kieran. Bandits entered tonight's contest 5-1 and looking to improve, but it won't be an easy contest tonight as Albert Lee's looking to compete, as well as looking to bury last night's 10-4 defeat against Ames, and they'll do so behind the high-velocity right arm of Julio Estacio out of Central Arizona. We're coming to you live from Memorial Park. We have beautiful weather tonight, a breezy mid-70 degrees, and the sun is out. And we're going to be bringing you a nice 7-inning matchup at home between the Albert Lee Lakers and your Bancroft Bandits. Once again, be sure to tune in to every home and away game as we are going to try to bring you live streams. And we apologize for the technical difficulties that have arose so far from the hotspot situation in Fort Dodge and the lack of overall technical support from Storm Lake. So once again, of course, we hope to bring you future games from those away locations. But you can definitely expect a 6:45 start time tomorrow night as we'll be back at Hike Field for a 9-inning matchup. Once again, between the Lakers and Bandits. This Saturday, 6:45 at Carroll. And Sunday will be 4 o'clock at home against the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners. So be sure once again to tune in to every home and away game for your Bancroft Bandits right here on the Bancroft Bandits YouTube channel. Or be sure to follow us on Twitter or like us on Facebook for every Bancroft Bandits baseball update. And for all you Laker fans, be sure to follow the Lakers on Twitter as well as like them on Facebook, as their own media person, Steven Carlson, does a great job for them. I want to give him a shout out as he'll be bringing you updates on both of those platforms as well on behalf of the Albert Lee Lakers. So we're just a short 20 minutes away from the start of tonight's contest. We'll go ahead now and bring you the starting lineups. First for the visiting Albert Lee Lakers tonight, wearing the navy blue and red, led by head coach Nate DeShane. Leading things off out of left field will be number 16, Preston Godfrey. Batting second at shortstop will be number 22, Sam Huska. Batting third in center field will be number 19, Brad Morris. Batting cleanup at first base will be number 30, Jacob McKeon. Batting fifth behind the dish at catcher, number 26, Jacob Kaiser. Batting sixth in right field, number 8, the left-handed Levi Davidson. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 23, Thomas Kraus. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 10, Cody Erickson. And rounding out the lineup, batting ninth at third base, number 11, Carter Aids. Starting pitcher tonight, once again, number 20, a right-hander, Julio Estacio. We'll now bring you the starting lineups for your Bancroft Bandits, the hometown boys, led by head coach Michael Kieran and assisted by Jacob Van Vactor. Leading things off from right field, number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason out of Doane University. Batting second out of left field, number 8, Abel Pena out of the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, a Division I. Batting third, the third baseman, number 22, and future Rice University Owl, Daniel Hernandez. Batting cleanup out of center field, number 4, Adrian Torres out of New Mexico Junior College. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 1, and future New Mexico Lobo, Lance Russell. Batting sixth at first base, number 3, Julian Galindo out of New Mexico Military Institute. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 30, Miguel Miko Soto, as well. He is out of New Mexico Military Institute. Batting eighth and doing a great job thus far, transitioning to catcher, number 35, Bobby Galindo out of Southwest University. Rounding out the lineup at shortstop, number 12, Sean Ross, a future commit to Faulkner. Once again, the starting pitcher, a right-hander, getting his first start for the Bandits this summer, number 25, a right-hander, Chris Crosby out of Mississippi College. We're going to step aside, but when we come back, we'll have the official announcement of the starting lineups as well as the national anthem on the way. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. You're listening to Bandits Baseball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to historic Bancroft Memorial Park for the Pioneer Collegiate Baseball League game between the Albert Lee Lakers and your Bancroft Bandits. Our game today is sponsored by J.W.'s Vault. We would like to welcome J.W.'s Vault, John and Beth Bernhardt, employees and friends to the Bandit game. Our first 100 paid admissions will receive free hot dogs from Chrome Country Inn and Catering. And our first 100 paid admissions will receive free popcorn from Bob Bowling Ford. Thank you to our sponsors that help us bring Bandit baseball to Cassuth County. We hope that you have a safe and enjoyable experience at tonight's game and remind you to please be respectful and courteous of others so that they can share in the fun and excitement that is Bandit baseball. The stadium can be a fun and exciting place to run and explore for our smaller fans. We ask that fans keep an eye on your children at all times, climbing on or under the bleachers, running through the walkways, or jumping on the seats may be dangerous, so we ask that fans please treat these areas properly. For those fans visiting Bancroft Memorial Park for the first time, smoking is prohibited in all areas of the stadium. We ask that all smoking take place outside the gates. Thank you for cooperation in this matter. Restrooms are located just north of the entrance area. The concession is located next to the entrance. Wristbands are required for anyone purchasing or drinking alcoholic beverages. Must be 21 to purchase or consume alcohol. Be able to get your wristbands at the concession stand. Next to the third base dugout, you'll be able to purchase your favorite band merchandise. You can also purchase your band merchandise at the silent station in Bancroft. Please return all foul balls to the concession stand area. You receive a foul ball ticket to be used at the concession stand. We need all foul balls returned so the game can continue. Thank you for cooperation. All proceeds, including sales of food and beverage, along with merchandise, will be used to improve Bancroft Memorial Park. Be sure to hold on to your raffle ticket receipt at the gate as you may be a lucky winner during tonight's game. Celebrate your special day with us. Let us know that birthday, anniversary, or special accomplishment. We'll be happy to announce during the game. This is a 7-inning game tonight. It is not 9 innings. We will honor America at the top of the 6th inning with God Bless America. Enjoy the game and go Bandits. Tonight's lineup, leading off, playing left field, number 16, Preston Godfrey. Batting second, the second baseman, number 22, Sam Huska. Batting third, the center fielder, number 19, Brad Morris. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 30, Jacob McKeon. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 26, Jacob Kaiser. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 8, Levi Davidson. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 23, Thomas Kraus. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 10, Cody Erickson. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 11, Carter Hayes. Pitching tonight, number 20, Julio Estacio. And now your lineup for your Bancroft Bandits. Leading off, playing right field, number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason. Batting second, the left fielder, number 8, Abel Pina. Batting third, the third baseman, number 22, Daniel Hernandez. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 4, Adrian Torres. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 1, Lance Russell. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 3, Julian Baby Jules Galindo. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 30, Miguel Nico Soto. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 35, Bobby Chancho Galindo. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 12, Sean The Rock Ross. Pitching tonight, number 25, Chris Crosby. Bandits are coached by Michael Kieran, assisted by Jacob Van Vactor. Tonight's national anthem will be sung by Brooke LaRoe from Sway City. She runs LaRoe's in Sway City. She opened for Sticks, Corner, and Three Dog Night, to name a few.
Turn on the mic.
Turn on the mic.
They say, can you see by the lights of light what's surrounding me here at the twilight's last gleam? Whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets that glowed up on first evening gave proof through the night that our faith was still there. Oh, say us that star-spangled banner yet waving for the men and the free and the hope of the brave.
Tonight's ceremonial first pitch will be pitched by John Bernhard. John, along with his wife Beth, own JW's Vault in Lone Rock. John also farms and sells Beck's corn seed. He's a proud father of 4 sons, Cody, Austin, Dylan, and Heath.
So now with the pregame festivities out of the way, we're just about set for the first pitch and the start of tonight's 7-inning contest. Once again, my name is Mitchell Kieran, the voice of the Bancroft Bandits, bringing you the play-by-play action for every home and away game this summer for all your Bandits baseball games. First 3 due up for Albert Lee will be Preston Godfrey. On deck, Sam Huska. In the hole, Brad Morris. Once again, we're seeing the right-handed starting debut tonight of Chris Crosby, already of just a couple of innings on the year. Actually, just 1 inning thrown against Carroll. We saw a mean slider and 2 struck-out batters of 3 faced. So we'll see how Crosby can do here with a 7-inning contest for the start of his summer in purple. Once again, to go back to his stats this past spring, had a 7-2 overall record for a very solid Mississippi College team that went 28-17 overall. Crosby had 72 strikeouts in 90 innings pitched. Opposing hitters only held an average of 254. Crosby standing in at 6'2", 225. Very built, muscular frame. Just completed his senior season down in Mississippi and hometown in Saucier, Mississippi. So with Galindo throwing down to second, we'll bring up tonight's first batter, number 16, the left fielder, Preston Godfrey.
Left fielder number 16, Preston Godfrey.
So Godfrey, a left-hander stepping in out of Central Arizona. So not hard to see why we had some more Central Arizona boys after the last summer's success of Liam Spence and Josh Dutton. And the first pitch of the game swung on and popped up in the infield. Julian Galindo calls off the pitcher and will make the grab for out number one on the first pitch of the game. As I was mentioning, the Central Arizona boys, we had Liam Spence, a commit to Tennessee down in the SEC, as well as Josh Dutton, a commit to Creighton University. That'll bring up a right-handed batter playing shortstop tonight, number 22, Sam Huska. So Crosby, one pitch, one out. He'll work from the wind, and a fastball going to miss just below the knees for ball one. See if he can mix it up very well. Second pitch, another fastball. This one in there for strike one on the inside part of the plate. See what else he can mix it up well. We see that crisp slider. Also some off speed, so we'll see how Crosby can do with the full 7 innings tonight. Slider and going the other way. Huska not going to get by Soto. Spins around, makes a great play at second base off a well-batted ball to the hole from Sam Huska. One just shot off the barrel of the bat, but Soto hustles over. Gets just enough of the glove in front of it and contorts around. Pulls a 360, and he's able to make the throw in time for out number two on a 4-3 putout. And we'll go to the center fielder out of New Zealand, Brad Morris. First pitch missing for ball one. We'll start with a 1-0 count now to the third hitter in the Laker lineup. Second pitch swung on straight back to the netting here for strike one. Crosby still working for the wind. We got 2 down, nobody on, still scoreless here in the top half of inning number one. Crosby from the wind and fires this one. Hit over towards Soto. Makes another great grab on another well-batted ball for out number three. This one I thought might have short-hopped Soto. And somehow he goes in there fearlessly and makes the grab and the throw for out number three as we'll go to the bottom half of inning number one. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. We're still scoreless from Bancroft. And I didn't want to get ahead of myself, but Brad Morris off to a pretty solid summer, at least the past few games. He hit a home run in yesterday's game against Peak. And it's hard to see why he found barrel that last one as he's starting to put it together at the plate for Albert Lee. But we're now going to go back to the Bandits offense. Due up leading things off is Aaron Cowboy Mason, following a very impressive 4 hits in 5 at-bats this past Sunday at Storm Lake, and that includes 3 doubles and a pair of stolen bases. So let's see if Aaron Mason can get things started off in a positive way for Bancroft. However, with the exception of a couple of games so far this year, we haven't seen the offense really get things going until the latter half of the ball games. So it would be very huge to get a good start, especially off the pitcher we're seeing tonight, a right-hander out of Central Arizona, Julio Estacio. Already seen him once in relief in the home opener. And he held his own very well despite giving up a solo shot to Tyler Boggs, who is not in the starting lineup tonight. So on deck following Mason will be the left fielder Abel Pena. And in the hole, the third hitter in the order, Daniel Hernandez. So we'll see how the reigning player of the game, Aaron Cowboy Mason, can do here in his first at-bat of tonight's 7-inning contest.
Right fielder number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason.
So Aaron Cowboy Mason with 6 hits so far this summer in 19 at-bats, holding a .316 batting average, 7 stolen bases. So when he gets on, look out. He could be a threat in gaining some extra 90 feet. Looks like Astacio going to go from the stretch here tonight. Nobody on, nobody out, and the first pitch, a fastball on the outside part of the zone for strike one. Anastasio already working ahead in the count to the leadoff hitter. He'll go back to the stretch once again. Gets his pitch. And fires the 0-1. This one swung on, going the other way, and Aaron Cowboy Mason, second pitch of the at-bat on the 0-1, was a similar pitch to the first one on that low and outside fastball. Mason sees this, and he just flicks the bat at it the other way with a nice crisp line drive into right field and a leadoff single for Mason. Good approach right there, especially seeing a almost identical pitch back-to-back. That'll bring up the left-handed batter out of left field, Abel Pena. First pitch to Pena, rides high out of the zone for ball one. And Abel Pena also has a good start to his summer as well, a .381 average. 1 double, left the yard once on a home run. His 1 for 3 on the base pass does not exactly give justice to his speed, as definitely he has got some wheels on him. The 1-0 to Pena. This one he'll let go by on the inside part of the plate, strike one. Astacio quickly evens the count back up. Still no check over to Mason at first. I might be tough with that quick work to the mound for Astacio. The stretch from the 1-1, and this one swung on and popped back up over the backstop. So Pena finds himself down in the count, 1 ball to 2 strikes. Pena will quickly step back in here. 4th pitch of the at-bat on the way. And the 1-2. And he's going to get Pena looking with the off-speed. Not a bad pitch right there with 2 strikes. And Astacio records his first strikeout of the game as he sends Pena down looking. And that'll bring up our third baseman tonight, Daniel Hernandez, wearing number 22. Had a very dominating spring out of New Mexico Junior College, a .425 average, 10 home runs. So you can see from his batting stance, he holds those hands down low, but he's very quick to the ball and obviously has a lot of pop and just a 5'9", 150 frame. First pitch, Mason takes off on a curveball, and the ball will pop out of the catcher's hand of Jacob Kaiser. It'll be a stolen base for Aaron Mason. However, Astacio's first pitch curveball gets by for strike one. So now Hernandez going to have to work from behind here. Of course, a good line drive approach for Hernandez. 5 hits in just his first 9 at-bats. So only through 2 games started for the Bandits, he has really hit the ground running this summer, as it's what's expected of him. He's got a very good composure, very good attitude, a guy you want on your team. The 0-1 count from the stretch, and Hernandez just flinches at it, but it'll be going by for strike 2 on a fastball. So he's already seen a curveball, he's seen a fastball. Let's see Hernandez battle now. He's down Mason takes his lead at second. Stasio comes set. Third pitch of the at-bat, a curveball. Hernandez going to fist this one towards shortstop, and the wheels will buy him an infield single. And look at that, Daniel Hernandez. Even with a jam piece to shortstop, that's deadly when you have Daniel Hernandez into the mix. And good heads-up base running by Aaron Cowboy Mason as well, as it's not exactly the wisest decision to go to third base on a ball batted in front of you, but it was hit just light enough as to where he could take third, and the shortstop Sam Huska could not get the throw in time. Second hit of the first inning here, and we'll bring up Adrian Torres. Hernandez takes some hard steps off first, and Estacio will rattle this one off the plate, missing for ball one. But Adrian Torres, Hernandez's teammate out of NMJC, 6 hits in his first 13 at-bats, so obviously another good start, and only 3 games with the Bandits. He's hit the ground running as well. A very smooth swing from the left side, and this one's just going to ride the chalk on the outside part of the plate for ball 2. As Estacio finds himself in a jam here, he has 1 out with runners at the corners. So now a 2-0 hitters count to Torres, and this one rides high and away for ball 3. I'm sure Torres like to get in another RBI situation. Only has 2 so far. The 3-0 count, 3 straight balls to Torres. And make that 4 as this one goes in the dirt for ball 4. So now that'll bring up Lance Russell. Had a very solid spring out of Howard Community College. Designated hitter out of Flower Mound, Texas. A future D1 commit to the University of New Mexico. A future Lobo, as well as we have a future outfielder coming into Bancroft. Just we had to wait till July until we see Brian Seamster, a former Ole Miss Rebel, as well as a future New Mexico Lobo. So we're also going to see another pair of college teammates donning the purple this summer, but we still got a ways until we see Brian Seamster, at least a couple more weeks. So Russell will step in following the Torres walk. A very impressive start to his summer, 476 average, 10 hits in his first 21 at-bats. As the bases are juiced, the corners are in. First pitch of the at-bat, and this one going to ride just below the zone for ball 1. And Russell with another multi-hit performance this past Sunday, a 3-for-5 day at the plate. Did very solid work from Storm Lake as their beer batter. The 1-0 count as Estacio comes set. Corner still in. Second pitch. This one in the dirt, and Mason going to hold up at third. As it didn't get far enough away from the catcher, Kaiser. He did a good job to just block most of that. Not let it go to the backstop. So it's going to be 6 straight balls thrown by Estacio as he's going to try to pound the zone now. A solid pitcher, but once again, he's finding himself in an early jam here in the first inning with the bases loaded, 1 down. Lance Russell at the plate. Estacio comes set. The 2-0 from the stretch. And a nice moving breaking ball there for strike 1. Buckles Russell at the knees, but once again, that's not a 2-0 pitch to swing at. I'm surprised he threw a 2-0. But he gets in there, got a 2-1 count now. Still 1 down, base is still juiced. The 2-1 from the stretch. He goes upstairs and knocks this one through the 5-6 hole. Hernandez comes rounding third, and the throw will not be in time as Lance Russell comes up big with a 2 RBI single into left.
Next man for the Bandits, first baseman, number 3, Julian Baby Jules Galindo.
A 2-1, and Russell rifles this one through the 5-6 hole. There was no chance that the third baseman, Carter Aids, would have gotten to that one. Russell has just been on a tear so far at the start of the 2019 summer season. So Hernandez and Mason score as the Bandits now take a 2-0 lead. Here in the bottom of the first, still one down. And first pitch off speed from Estacio. In there as strike one to the sixth batter in the Bandits order and the first baseman, left-hander Julian Galindo, little brother to tonight's catcher Bobby Galindo. And without a doubt, he's having a great start at the plate as well as a left-handed pitcher in Galindo. An 0-1 count, swing and a miss on a fastball right there from Estacio for strike two. Good crisp velo from the right-hander. Galindo a .389 average. He's 7 for 18, already went yard once. Estacio shakes off a pitch, and Galindo will call time at the plate. Nobody covering second, and the pitch. Galindo going to fist this one the other way as Huska makes the grab. The throw in time at first for out number two. Both runners will advance. We'll now have two ducks in the pond with two down to bring up Miguel Miko Soto. Estacio to come set. First pitch of the at-bat to Miguel Miko Soto. A fastball that rides high out of the zone. Tonight's second baseman Soto getting his first at-bat of the day. And a 1-0. Second pitch. Off speed, once again hung high out of the zone for ball two. And the Bandits so far have been doing a better job, at least at the start of the games, not getting down to two strikes. So that was a huge detriment in a few of the games that hindered the offensive performances, as once again, you take an 0-2 count, you're that much more likely to strike out and having to swing at pitches that you're not generally going to want to. So the time is now for these Bandits to settle in and to start showing the offensive prowess that the potential of this team definitely has. Third pitch of the at-bat, and a rattle in the dirt, and Soto finds himself ahead in the count 3-0. Estacio once again falls behind in yet another at-bat with multiple balls thrown. 3-0 from the stretch, and this fastball will get him over for strike one as he's still alive here. Still a hitter's count to Soto, 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 down. Runner on third and second. Fifth pitch of the at-bat, riding outside the zone in the other box for ball 4.
Catcher number 35, Bobby Chancho Galindo.
That'll now bring up tonight's catcher, Bobby Galindo, as he's had quite the past week, a grand slam that earned him player of the game honors in the game at Fort Dodge. And this past Sunday, he got on base 5 total times, going 2 for 2 with a pair of hit by pitches, a walk, and a pair of RBI singles. So Galindo starting to find himself, and he's without a doubt a workhorse. One of the best work ethics on the team, as he's as evident by him starting every single game so far in the Bandits lineup. And it looks like our Albert Lee catcher, Jacob Kaiser, are going to head to the dugout, and I believe on a call from Steve Carlson, might have a blood situation. So it looks like it was a rattled foul ball that went straight back into the catcher Kaiser, and I think it might have rattled around the chest and facial area. Maybe the mask got contorted and maybe drew some blood. It looks like he's going to be okay, but still waiting for him to get patched up, as currently in the game, the Bancroft Bandits, off of 3 base hits, lead the Albert Lee Lakers 2-0. Here in the bottom of the first, as it was Aaron Cowboy Mason led things off with a nice hit into right field. 2 batters later, Daniel Hernandez with a 90 that is hard to beat on an infield single. And with the bases juiced, it was our designated hitter Lance Russell that came up big. He smacked a hit into left field that scored 2. As right now, Bancroft leads Albert Lee 2-0. And not to discredit Julio Estacio, as without a doubt, he has some good pitch selections up there on the mound. But this is just quite a start for Bancroft against a talented right-handed pitcher to right out of the gate score 2 runs, as those are the starts that we like to see more often out of the Bancroft offense. So big round of applause for Kaiser, as he's going to tough it out and get back here behind the dish with 2 down and an 0-1 count to Galindo as the blood delay comes to a close. Bases are once again loaded, followed by a walk to Miguel Soto. And Galindo steps back in, and the 0-1 on the way. Tries to show bunt, but pulls back, and not a bad spot on that pitch, but going to miss for ball 1. Galindo will step back in here. Count even up at 1, and he's getting a lot of respect from the outfielders of the Lakers. Playing very back, the third baseman shift over as well as he's in. Infield back. 1-1 on the way. Fastball in the dirt, and another nice block from Kaiser. As the Bandits so far have had a lot of runs scored thanks to a lot of wild pitches from opposing pitchers. And tonight, Kaiser has, even in the first inning alone, already seen a fair share in the dirt, and he has just been an absolute wall back there, at least to start off this game. So Galindo works ahead, 2 balls to 1 strike with 2 down. 4th pitch of the at-bat. Slow off speed that's going to move out of the zone. Another hitter's count here to Galindo, 3 balls to 1 strike. We got the shortstop Sean Ross stepping in on deck. Galindo steps back in. Drawing the 5th pitch of the at-bat here. Stasio comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled straight back. So we got quite a battle here. We're going to see the runners go with 2 outs and a full count. Galindo looking for a base hit, ball 4 approach. Either will earn him an RBI. Stasio gets his pitch. He comes set. Full count from the stretch. Fastball, swing and a miss as he blows this one by Galindo for strike 3, his 2nd of the first inning here. But he won't exit unscathed as the Bandits score 2 runs on 3 base hits, but they leave him stranded. But they have a 2-run lead heading into the top of the 2nd inning from Bancroft. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. A big update from Carroll, Iowa, as the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners out of the gates, thanks to a grand slam, lead the Merchants 5-0 from Carroll. After one inning of play here from Memorial Park, it's the Bandits on top of the Lakers 2-0, thanks to some timely hitting. Thanks to a 2 RBI single, Lance Russell. That was the highlight of the bottom of the first. And Chris Crosby hitting the zone very consistently, but the Lakers have an aggressive approach coming into tonight's contest, as 3 batted outs, and 2 of them I thought might have gone to left field for hits, if not for more solid defensive play from Miguel Miko Soto at second.
Leading off for the Lakers, first baseman number 30, Jacob McKeon.
So stepping in now, the cleanup hitter playing first base, number 30, Jacob McKeon. Crosby comes set. He continues to work from the wind. First pitch fastball, this one low and away in the dirt for ball 1. Lakers led by head coaches Nate DeShane and assisted by Griffin Dean. The 1-0 swung on, going the other way, and this one's going to drift into foul territory, and Julian Galindo not going to get to it in time, and this one rode in an out-of-play territory and chalked off, and Bancroft has some obstacles on their very historic field built all the way back in 1948, and they still got some, definitely want to say, some rickety-looking poles in play, so Galindo having to try to evade those on a foul ball. So it was a long strike 1 that's going to even up the count here, 1-1 for Crosby and McKeon, the cleanup batter for Albert Lee. He'll pick and go from the wind again, and just a little high as this one rocketed into the backstop, and not sure what happened on that one. Might have just let it go a little too early. Missing high for ball 2. 2-1 count, nobody on, nobody out to the leadoff batter here in the second inning. And he gets him chasing upstairs on this one for strike 2, another high fastball, but this time McKeon got a little too anxious on that one, and he goes chasing. So a 2-2 count here now as Crosby evens it up after that fastball. He winds, and the delivery. Off speed, he watches it by for strike 3. Backwards K for Chris Crosby, as that'll be his first one earned here in this contest, his 3rd overall in the purple. That'll bring up the 5-hitter and catcher Jacob Kaiser. We've already seen great defensive stops by him behind the dish tonight. See how he does at the plate, as Crosby's first pitch fastball going to miss just low and inside for ball 1. Another pitch just missing somehow for ball 2. So Kaiser will buy himself a hitter's count here. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 down. A 2-0 count, a broken bat right up the middle, but it gets past Crosby. This could be trouble. The throw from Soto in time. Already 3 web gem plays from Miko Soto at second base. On a broken bat ground ball right back up the middle, Crosby thought he had a grab on it, but Miko Soto, solid defensive work here out of the gates. That'll bring up the left-handed batter out of right field, number 8, Levi Davidson. Been a since day 1 starter for Albert Lee in the outfield. First pitch gets by him for strike 1. The 0-1 count, and Crosby gets him chasing. He flicks this one to the backstop. Foul ball for strike 2. Crosby trying to work for his 3rd straight out. Actually made that the 6th consecutive out. Still no Lakers on base so far. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Galindo makes the throw to first in time, as Chris Crosby will strike out 2 Laker hitters of the 3 outs recorded here after 1.5 inning played from Bancroft. Bandits still lead 2-0, heading to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. So 9-1-2 due up for the Bandits here in the bottom of the second inning, as Sean Ross, the shortstop, will step in here. We know what Sean Ross is capable of at the plate, as obviously going to an NAIA powerhouse in Faulkner. And we've seen one player of the game performance from him thus far, and overall stellar work defensively at shortstop. Still waiting for him to put it together like we know he can at the plate. The 1-0 to Ross. Second pitch on the way. This one riding high and inside. A little bit of chin music there, missing for ball 2. Two-0 count here to Ross as he steps back in here. Astacio shakes off a pitch and then comes set. The 2-0 from the stretch. Another off speed as it's had some nice side-to-side movement, but it's just going to ride high out of the zone for ball 3. Steps back in, the 3-0 count. Astacio once again finding himself down 3-0. And a get-me-over fastball for strike 1. Ross will step back in here once again. Astacio comes set. The 3-1. This one almost getting Ross as he'll just step out of the side. He'll get a free 90 for ball 4 to start off the second inning. And to bring in the red-hot Aaron Cowboy Mason. Already 1 for 1. He started things off with a single and a stolen base, and the first run of the game scored just last inning. Astacio still working from the stretch here as Ross leads off first. First pitch of the at-bat, and this one riding above the head of Aaron Mason. Almost a pass ball, and Kaiser continues to deny any pass balls as Astacio just hasn't exactly been consistent with the zone, at least out of the gates so far. Ross leads off first. Astacio with the 1-0. Once again, high out of the zone, ball 2. And Kaiser going to head to the mound, talk things over with his pitcher. Once again, be sure to follow the Bandits on Twitter and like us on Facebook for every baseball Bancroft Bandits update. We try to keep you up to date with every scoring summary. Yours tune in right here on our YouTube channel. And for the Laker fans, be sure to keep up with the great work their media guy Stephen Carlson does over there in Albert Lea, Minnesota. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Still 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Has a 2-0 count here to Mason as he steps back in. Estacio comes set. The pitch in the dirt, and this one will get past Kaiser, and Ross will buy himself a free 90 as he advances to second. Third straight ball thrown to Mason here in his second at-bat. Still no action from the Lakers bullpen as it's still very early in the game. No action from the Bandit bullpen either. Mason watching 3 pitches go by. Fourth on the way. And good framework from Kaiser there as it looks just an inch or two off the plate, but still a hittable ball for strike one. Hitters count to Mason, 3-1. Stasio nods, comes set. The pitch. Mason goes upstairs and rifles this one back up the middle. Ross will round third, and he will score easily. And Aaron Mason with an RBI single. And his momentum has carried forward all the way back from Sunday as he's 2 for 2. So how about Aaron Cowboy Mason? And we'll keep on going here with nobody out and Mason on first. 3-0 Bandits to bring up Abel Pena. And first pitch chopped foul backwards. So an 0-1 count here to Pena to start off his second at-bat. Mason takes off for second, and the throw just getting by the shortstop, Sam Huska, as Aaron Mason buys himself his second stolen base of the game. That's number 9 on the year for him. One count to Pena at the plate, and Estacio quickly steps off, quickly back on. Still nobody out here. We got a 1-1 count. Estacio fires, and this one in the dirt, and another nice block from Kaiser. He's just been an absolute wall today. Estacio comes set from the stretch. The 2-1 on the way. Mace and Pena whacks this one to deep center on the run. Brad Morris going to make the grab in deep center field for out number 1. And the throw almost in time for Mason, but he'll advance to third. A deep fly ball out for Abel Pena.
Third baseman, number 22, Daniel Hernandez.
That'll bring up the third baseman 1 for 1 with an infield single already, Daniel Hernandez. First pitch and a slider going to get the outside part of the zone to Hernandez for strike 1. Last at bat, Estacio worked way ahead in the count, 0-2 on 2 great pitches. Fisted batted ball from Hernandez, which he was able to buy for a free 90, and he'll quickly call time. Looks like he's got bugs in the eyes. The 0-1, and this one in the other box for ball 1. Not a bad pitch, and Not a bad framework from Kaiser either. Stasio still in the game. Still no work from the Albert Lee bullpen. He'll come set from the 1-1. Mason leads off third base. One down. This one getting past Kaiser, but Mason couldn't see it in time. He'll be held up at third. With a pass Paul there, but it didn't get too far away from Kaiser. So, nonetheless, not a bad call to stay at third on that one. Stasio nods and comes set with a 2-1. The pitch, and this one looks like it got Hernandez on the fingers. There must be a new universal rule. If a batter's going to get plunked on his fingers, he's just going to stay at the plate. This is the second time we've seen this. First time happening against Carroll to Abel Pena. But then again, that same night, Lance Russell also wore one off the arm and still stayed at the plate. It looks like he's going to be called strike 2, as they're going to say Hernandez offered at it on a foul ball. So a 2-2 count here to the third batter, Daniel Hernandez. The pitch from the stretch. Won't get him chasing outside. Mason almost takes off for the plate. But Kaiser knocks it down just enough where it'll stay in the dirt and it'll just be ball 3 and a full count here to Daniel Hernandez. Really got to commend the work of Jacob Kaiser, as seen a lot of dirt balls from Stasio so far, but he has knocked down just about every single one of them. The 3-2. Then riding high above Hernandez, Mason takes off for the plate, and he'll be there in time. 4-0 Bancroft here in the first 2 innings.
Next bat for the Bandits, center fielder number 4, Adrian Torres.
That'll bring up the cleanup hitter here tonight, Adrian Torres. One of the smoothest swings on the team, man. I gotta say that from watching Bancroft's batting practice in the past few days. So far, it's working for Torres. 0 for 0 with a walk back in the first, held up at third. First pitch in the dirt, and Kaiser makes another wonderful block. And Stasio still not coming familiar with the zone tonight. Still see respectable depth from the outfield to tonight's Bandits batters, as they now lead 4-0. The 1-0 here. Stasio comes set and fires. Swung on and hit to center. This one got to be down for a base hit for Adrian Torres. So now with runners on first and second, 1 down, that'll bring up tonight's designated hitter, Lance Russell, as he is white hot. 11 for 22 to start off his summer. He's got a kind of a broad and crouched batting stance, but a very short, very powerful swing, leaving the yard once. And he now leads the Bandits with 8 total RBIs on the summer. At the first pitch, going to ride on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Stasio going to work ahead in the count here. He'll come set. Stretch from the 0-1 as Hernandez takes off. The throw, not in time. And that's almost not even fair. Daniel Hernandez with video game speed as he takes third base on a steal. And that I got to agree with Travis on that one. It was also a good throw from Kaiser, but there's Fast, and then there's Daniel. So runners advance with an 0-2 count, and this one rides in the dirt, but Kaiser gets the glove on it for ball 1. 1-2 count here to Russell, as he has another RBI opportunity here in the second. Still 1 down. The 1-2 from the stretch. Swung on, and he goes right back to the 5-6 hole. Torres going to round third, and he will score another 2 RBI single for Lance Russell into left field.
Next batter for the Bandits, first baseman number 3, Julian Baby Jules Galecto.
Deja vu back to the first inning. Lance Russell down to 2 strikes. He gets another breaking ball from Estacio. Just rifles it, this time on a line drive through the 5-6 hole. Lance Russell just continues his offensive tear here in the first couple of weeks in the Pioneer season in 2019. This one roped down the line. Oh, it's going to slice foul. Well batted ball from Julian Galindo, but a foul ball off a bunt, and this one on a line drive to right. Finds himself behind in the count 0-2. Well batted ball there, but he was just ahead of that one. Let's see if he could straighten her out. We're just going to have to expand the zone here. No balls to 2 strikes. Fastball, almost at the ankles for Galindo as this one goes by for ball 1. Still 1 out here as Russell leads off first. Fastball in the other batter's box for ball 2. The 2-2 as Estacio comes set from the stretch. And great off speed right there. This one breaks at the last second in the zone. And he'll sit Julian Galindo down, strike 3. That's number 3 on the game for Julio Estacio. Three strikeouts for Estacio. Through an inning and 2/3 pitch. 2 for Crosby through 2 complete. First pitch to Soto rides a little too high and inside in the zone for ball 1. Second pitch, this one almost tagging Soto on the hip. He'll just sidestep out of the way, ball 2. Two-0 count. Hitters count here to Soto. He walked back in the first. Fastball in the other box, and the Bandits just haven't been making the best jumps on the bases, as that's another pass ball that they just stutter at the feet, but they don't advance. So a 3-0 count once again to Miguel Mico Soto. And a fastball right down the pipe, strike 1. Estacio still alive in the battle, 3-1 now with 2 outs. And this pitch missing for ball 4. Russell took off, but he's not going to get the stolen base, as it's just a free 90 for both of them. Ball 4 to Soto to bring up Bobby Galindo. That'll bring up Bobby Galindo, as I'm sure he's looking to buy that first at-bat back as he went down swinging. First pitch to Galindo. This one almost getting him, but he's just going to get out of the way for ball one. The Bandits have 6 runs on 6 base hits. The 1-0 count here from the stretch. Swung on and popped up to the left side as Huska races back for it, and he's going to make the grab over the shoulder on the run. Nice catch there for out number 3 as we'll finally go to the 3rd inning. After 2 complete, your Bancroft Bandits lead the Alberta Lakers 6-0. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. Almost ready to start the 3rd inning here as Galindo heads out to the dish. 6-0 as now I'm sure this is the offensive start that Michael Kieran has been trying to get out of his hitters all season long. Only seen it a couple other times in a home game against Fort Dodge and this past Sunday against Storm Lake. To lead things off for the Lakers here in the top half of inning number 3 will be designated hitter number 23, Thomas Kraus, along with Jesse Bloom, the starting pitcher tomorrow. Kraus, a returning member of the 2018 championship season, which our very own head coach Michael Kieran brought to Albert Lee. First pitch can be rifled down the heart of the plate for strike 1 from Crosby. Through 2 complete innings, only faced 6 batters, able to record 6 straight outs. The 0-1 count, Crosby from the wind, another fastball. Not sure where that one missed. And we called for ball 1. So Crosby comes set, he picks, winds, and fires. A 1-0, Kraus goes the other way to deep left field, and Abel Pena with a great grab on the run for out number 1. So the Lakers have without a doubt been aggressive in their approach is here tonight. And Kraus lives opposite field, and he got a good piece of the ball there, but just not all of it looks like. Pena with the range to make the grab for out number 1. And we'll see tonight's beer batter, second baseman number 10, Cody Erickson. First pitch going to ride out of the zone about shoulder height for ball 1. Crosby winds, fires, and Erickson just gets a piece of it to the backstop. Foul ball, strike 1. One's across the scoreboard here, a 1-1 count, 1 down, nobody on. Crosby from the wind. Fastball swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. We're 2/3 the way there. It's a $2 beer here at Memorial Park. One of the favorite parts about a Bancroft home baseball game. So a 1-2 count here to Erickson. Crosby comes set from the wind. The pitch, and he just chops a piece of this to the Albert Lee side. Still alive in the count, 1-2. One, two, the pitch, and he goes back up the middle. Soto makes the backhanded grab, and Galindo going to come off the base. So Erickson, the beer batter, buys himself on base with an error.
Third baseman number 11, Carter Aids.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Carter Aids. Number 11, a right-handed batter. Looks like he's out of Morningside, so a pipeline recruit school there for head coach Nate DeShane out of Morningside. So now Erickson leads off a first following the error on the throw by Soto. Still have one down here, one runner on first for Aids. Crosby now going from the stretch for the first time tonight, and the fastball just missing about letter height for ball one. We'll go back to the top of the order on deck with Central Arizona outfielder Preston Godfrey. And a 1-0 count here. Crosby fires from the stretch. Fastball, that one's in there for strike one. Got a 1-1 count here. Bandits and Lakers will continue their rivalry once again tomorrow night, 6:45 for a 9-inning game from Hike Field as the Bandits hit the road. An away game at Albert Lee. Galindo fires down to first, not in time, as we now have a 2-1 count here. In the top of inning number 3, Bandits still on top 6-0. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, and this one's flicked back to Galindo for strike two. A foul tip. Update from Carroll. The Merchants cracked the scoreboard in the bottom of the second, but the Miners still well out in front, 7-2 from Carroll. This pitch in the dirt outside. Galindo makes a nice stop there. We'll now have a full count. So Crosby and Aids battling here. The 3-2. Fastball outside part of the plate gets him looking for strike three. That'll be the second out of the inning here, and we'll go to the top of the order. Left fielder out of Central Arizona, Preston Godfrey, the JUCO World Series champions of the Vaceros of Central Arizona. So without a doubt, a huge accomplishment for that school there that we've already seen many players of Central Arizona coming through the Albert Lee summer program. Pick over to Erickson, not in time. So he keeps sliding back into first. Smaller frame, might see some work on the base paths. He'll take his lead off once again. Still 2 outs here. Top of the third. Crosby still working from the stretch as a fastball. Godfrey just flicks it straight back out of play. Strike one. An 0-1 count here to Crosby as he's still going from the stretch. Another pick over and just a little closer, but still nothing there. Crosby comes set. Fastball. This one above the letters, ball one. We also welcome another right-handed pitcher in Victor Hughes, a guy who we could see in another closing position this year as he sits mid-90s. I wonder when we'll await the debut of Victor Hughes on the mound as this pitch missing low in the dirt for ball two. Chris Crosby still going strong here, looking for 3 complete innings and trying to work hard for out number 3 here. From the stretch, the 2-1 as this one's rolled over to Galindo. He'll make the grab and step on the bag for out number 3 as we'll go to the bottom of the third. Lakers leave one runner stranded. No runs on no hits and 1 error. Bandits still lead 6-0 going to the bottom of the third from Bancroft. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. Our very own Travis Newman trying to hype up the Bancroft faithful here. Some good old Neil Diamond here from Memorial Park as we head to the bottom of the third. Bandits with 2 runs back in the first, 4 in the past inning in the second. We once again want to thank every Bandits parent listening from all over the world here tonight. A very cultured baseball team in just small town Iowa. So we thank you for producing such wonderful ball players for this community. Sean Ross steps in for his second at-bat of the day. He walked back in the second and scored a run. And he bunts this one, but it's just going to get back to Astacio in time. A hard 90, but nevertheless out number 1.
Next bat for the Bandits, right fielder number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason.
2 for 2 with a pair of stolen bases, an RBI, and 2 runs scored already. Aaron Cowboy Mason already making a strong case for his second straight player of the game honors here tonight in front of the home crowd. First pitch to Mason. He's a late swing and a miss as he goes upstairs and comes down empty-handed, strike 1. An 0-1 count here to Mason as Astacio still working from the stretch. Fires the 0-1. Mason holds off on this one, and he's anxiously trying to get his 3rd consecutive hit here tonight. Mason is 6 hits in his last 7 at-bats. A 1-1 count now to the right fielder. Pitch from the stretch, and this one gets the side of the helmet, it looks like, off of Mason. Now I'm wondering what the call was here. I thought that might have gotten a piece of Mason. Should be 2 balls to 1 strike, and I thought that might have gotten a piece of him. Nevertheless, it'll be ball 2. Astacio still working from the stretch. Working on the right side of that rubber. And this one low and away for ball 3. So Mason looking to restart once again for the Bandits. Here in the bottom of the third with 1 down, nobody on. Sun's starting to set and cast a shade over the infield. That might be difficult for the hitters. 3-1. And this one sails to the backstop. As Mason hustles to first, he rounds and obviously going to be held up there. Ball 4. 3rd straight trip on base for Aaron Mason. Abel Pena steps in 0 for 2. He's looking for his first hit of the game as he has a hit in each start that he has been a part of this season. So nevertheless, another talented outfielder in the Bandits roster. and a future D1 commit to the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. First pitch, another wild fastball high and inside for ball one. Abel Pena steps in for his third at-bat in 3 innings. Stasio comes set from the stretch. Mason takes off in an early steal and a great jump on that one. Coach Kieran getting hyped up, thought he could have taken 2 as this ball skips to the backstop. But Aaron Mason, 3 trips on base, 3 stolen bases. That kid can run. So we still got a 2-0 count at the plate to Abel Pena. A hitter's count here and an RBI opportunity as Mason once again advances in scoring position. Stasio from the stretch. The pitch. Riding a little high, ball 3. Update from Carroll as the Gypsum Miners are still out in front of the Merchants. They score 1 from Jose Guillen Jr. to make it 8-2 from Carroll. The 3-0, this one in the dirt, 4 straight balls from Stasio. Pena buys another free 90 on 2 straight walks.
Third baseman, number 22, Daniel Hernandez.
2 runners on with 1 out for Daniel Hernandez, and it looks like we're going to see a mound visit here from the assistant coach, Griffin Dean. And we'll finally see somebody head out to the Albert Lee bullpen as Stasio just hasn't exactly had the start he quite envisioned here tonight in Bancroft. In the bullpen, we see a right-hander, number 6, Trey Rogers, typically in the Lakers order as a third baseman or catcher. I believe Trey Rogers, a right-hander out of Butler Community College, if I'm not mistaken. So a quick mound visit there, and infield comes in too. 1 down here for the third baseman, Daniel Hernandez, as he has been off to a great start in just his 3rd game here in Bancroft. 6 hits in his first 10 at-bats. The umpire and Dean talking things over. Doesn't look like we have any defensive changes, but now Dean talking things over with his catcher. We got a delay in game here. So now we got the cool and composed Daniel Hernandez, 1 for 1 with a single, a walk, and 2 runs scored thus far. 1 down here, 2 runners on. First pitch low and away in the dirt for ball 1. One ball to no strikes here. And the no. Hernandez watches another low fastball there for ball 2. So another 2-0 hitters count here. Stasio finds himself down in the counts once more. This time to Hernandez, a deadly hitter. Runners take off. This one sails to the backstop. Hernandez gets out of the way, and Mason will round third. This is the most pitches I've seen just sail to the backstop well over the catcher's head in this game alone. So 3-0 count here as Mason advances to third, Pena to second. And Hernandez could be looking at his 2nd straight walk with a 3-0 count. 1 down. First baseman plays in. Still respectable depth from the outfield. And a 3-0. Fastball down the pipe for strike 1 as he gets that one over and stays alive in the count. And we might be seeing Trey Rogers coming in sooner than later. So a 3-1 hitters count here to Hernandez. The pitch This one skips in the dirt. Mason heads for the plate, and he will easily get that one. Bandits now make it 7-0. Three straight walks for Julio Estacio, and tonight has just not been his night. So now Nate Duchesne will head out to the mound, and looks like Estacio's night might be over here, as we're going to bring in the right-hander, number 6, Trey Rogers. Typically, once again, a position player. We typically see him at third or behind the plate as a catcher. So the Lakers going into the depths of their bullpen. With one down at the bottom of the third, we have runners on first and third as the Bandits lead 7-0 from Bancroft. We're going to take a step aside as Rogers warms up on the mound. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. A Peyton Krugler sac fly makes it the Miners in front of the Merchants, 9-2 from Carroll. Back here, we now have a right-handed position player in Trey Rogers coming out to pitch for Albert Lee. And that'll bring up Adrian Torres, the swift left-handed hitter out of New Mexico Junior College. He had 12 home runs this past spring, and I'd sure like to see him whack a couple here for Bancroft as the first pitch is swung on and popped foul to the backstop for strike one. So Torres steps back in here. Rogers still working from the stretch. With one down, the 0-1 on the way. A slow rolling ball, and this one's going to be whacked into right field. Torres with an RBI single to make it 8-1 Bancroft here in the bottom of the third. Two for two with already 4 RBIs is Lance Russell. So Pena scores on the RBI single from Torres. Hernandez advances to second. Like I said, 2 for 2, 4 RBIs for Russell. As both of them were line drive, low line drives through the 5-6 hole. The first pitch rides for ball one. Russell has just been an absolute terror at the plate. A 1-0 count here to Russell. The pitch. And this one going to nab the outside part of the zone for strike one. Evens up the count here 1-1 with one down. Got a shift towards the left side for Russell as second baseman Erickson is playing a rover position, and this one skips past the catcher. Another pass ball here for Albert Lee. And it's just been a lot of wild pitches here in the third especially, which we can credit at least one of our runs to. RBI single from Adrian Torres makes it 8-0 Bancroft. The 2-1 count here. The pitch to Russell. He tries to go the other way, but is just going to flick it backwards. Strike 2 on the foul ball. 2-2 count, 1 down, 2 ducks on the pond for Lance Russell. So we got Hernandez on third, Torres on second. One hard hit ball could be another RBI opportunity for Lance Russell. Rogers from the stretch. Fires a fastball, ropes this one into right field, and it's going to be down. Hernandez takes off for the plate. Third straight RBI single. Russell heads to second on a pass ball on the throw to the plate. So Hernandez scores from third. Torres will be held up at third. And Lance Russell has been killing it so far. This one hit hard into right. Julian Galindo heads to second and thrown out on the relay, but he's going to score both the runs. Bancroft leads it 11-0. Back-to-back RBI singles for Torres, Russell, and Julian Galindo. First pitch strike to Soto here. So he steps in for his third at-bat of the day. Second pitch in the outside part of the zone. Nabbing that one for strike 2. Third pitch of the at-bat in the dirt for ball 1. Nobody on base, and finally 2 out for Albert Lee here. 11 Bandits runs scored on 9 hits. So far the box score reads 2 in the first, 4 in the second, and 5 here in the third. Soto hits this one in the air to the right side. Could be trouble, and it falls down for a single. Soto singles to right as he's reached base 3 consecutive times here tonight. First pitch to Soto, low and inside for ball 1. Rogers evens up the count with Galindo here with strike 1 and a 1-1 count. This one high in the zone, ball 2, and I think Michael Kieran, the head coach of Bancroft, finally got the offensive start that he knew our offense was capable of. Fourth pitch of the at-bat. This one's popped over the backstop. Swung on foul. from Bobby Galindo. Fifth pitch, Galindo hits this one to right in the air. Erickson races back, and he'll make the grab as the Lakers finally escape the third inning, but they trail 11-0 from Memorial Park. You're listening to Bandits Baseball as we go into the fourth inning.
All right, man.
Two, 3, 4 due up for the Albert Lee Lakers here in the top of inning number 4. We played 3 complete in a 7-inning contest here tonight. We see another right-hander warming up in the Albert Lee bullpen. Trying to get a number out, but I'm not quite sure yet. I believe that might be a right-hander, number 18, Colby Peterson. Could potentially see him coming in soon for Trey Rogers, but looks like he's just warming up. We still have Chris Crosby going strong after 3 complete innings. Only one base runner reaching by an error on a throw. So Sam Huska, the number 2 batter and shortstop, will step in for Albert Lee here to lead things off in the 4th. And the slider fools him as he tries to throw the arms out of the way and scooches in across the plate for strike 1. Great pitch to start off the at-bat for Crosby as he fires the second one. And he fools him again with a fastball this time for strike 2. So Crosby's stuff is working early on here, an 0-2 count. Pitch this one, a little too much movement as it's in the dirt for ball 1. We got 3-4 on deck due up for Albert Lee. Sean Ross to lead things off for the 3rd straight inning. In the next half inning in the bottom of 4. Crosby from the windup, the 1-2, gets him swinging for his 4th strikeout for Chris Crosby. Crosby strikes out his 4th hitter of the game to start things off in the 4th, and we'll head to Brad Morris stepping in 0 for 1. So Crosby showing no signs of slowing down just yet. Grunts on a first pitch slider at missing away in the dirt for ball 1. Still going from the stretch. Fastball somehow missing. Ball 2. Two-0 on the way as this one's roped down the line in left field, and this could be extra bases for Brad Morris as Pena throws to the cutoff Sean Ross and a 1-out stand-up double for Brad Morris. First hit given up by Chris Crosby. So once again, a very talented Brad Morris bat that's finally starting to catch stride here in week number 3 in the 2019 Pioneer season. Had a home run yesterday, and he ropes a double down the line in his second at-bat here today. That'll bring up Jacob McKeon, the cleanup hitter for Albert Lee, as the first pitch going to miss. High outside, ball 1. Looks like I might be seeing Coco Kennedy coming into the game. Maybe not as a pitcher, but as a position sub. And I've definitely thought he would have went on that one, but they checked the umpire. Indeed, he offered at it for strike 1. Crosby evens up the count here with the Lakers cleanup batter Jacob McKeon, the first baseman. Checks the runner, 1-1 from the stretch. Right down the heart of the plate for strike 2 on a fastball. Crosby works ahead in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. Brad Morris on second base. Crosby to the plate, off speed. Not a bad pitch to throw right there with 2 strikes. Almost in there for strike 3, just missing for ball 2. And here's the 2-2. This one riding high out of the zone, ball 3. So McKeon working a full count here after being down 1-2. Crosby comes set, fires, fastball, and pops up a foul ball out of play. The 3-2. Good pitch right there, but it's just going to miss for ball 4. And the Lakers by themselves 2 base runners with a double and a walk, and we'll see Jacob Van Vactor head out to the mound here. Nothing to worry about with Crosby showing good work through 3 1/3 inning pitch and an 11-run lead. With the Bandits offense finally applying some support. Even more support here to their pitchers. That'll bring up the catcher, Jacob Kaiser, number 26. Struck out back in the second, and the first pitch to Kaiser. Blown by for strike 1 on a slider. Crosby still working from the stretch here with 2 runners on. The 0-1. This one swung on, might be a broken back over to Ross. He bobbles, will still make the play at first. Not in time to twist it, but they'll buy out number 2 as the runners advance to third and second on a ground out from Kaiser. To bring up the left-hander Levi Davidson. Struck out as well back in the second. Kaiser goes down on a 6-3 putout for out number 2. 2 runners in scoring position here with 2 down. The Lakers with an opportunity to get on the scoreboard. First pitch to Davidson, just off the plate for ball 1. We know Davidson possesses some pop in the bat. 1 hard hit ball. Could be good opportunity for the Lakers, and he holds off on that one. On the outside part of the zone, strike 1, Crosby gets even. And this one popped up back to the backstop. Strike 2. 1-2 count, 2 down. We see Tommy, Tomito, Reyes, Cruz, and Andrew, Dr. Dre, Sean trying to get some cuts in. We could potentially be seeing some substitutions for the Bandits as they still leave 11-0. 1-2 count, 2 down to Davidson. This one going the other way towards the Lakers dugout. Foul ball. Davidson still battling here. Crosby comes set. Fires the 1-2. Slider. He holds off, but I'm not sure why it wasn't just called strike 3. A good pitch, and got to give that on execution, just on principle, with 2 strikes. Great pitch thrown from Crosby. Nevertheless, 2-2 still alive here with 2 down for Levi Davidson. Quick step off. The stretch from the 2-2. Below the knees, Galindo makes the block for ball 3. The first Lakers runs of the game still hanging in the balance here as we got a full count, 2 down here to Davidson. The pitch gets him swinging, but a foul tip, and Galindo almost makes the grab. Might have caught the hand of old Blue back there. And the battle continues here, still full count. Got a full count still. The battle goes on, and a good one between Davidson and Crosby. As Davidson able to work an 8-pitch at-bat here, he'll call time and step out. Pressure's on here for the left-handed batter, Davidson. Crosby also has some pressure to still hold the Lakers scoreless through 4 complete. The pitch right down the heart of the plate. He gets Davidson watching. Strike 3, number 5 for Chris Crosby, as we'll go to the bottom of the 4th as the Lakers leave 2 stranded. Scoreboard still leads. Bandits up 11-0 over the Lakers. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. We're here to start off the bottom of the 4th once again with Sean Ross, the shortstop, to lead things off. Bandits scoring multiple runs in each of the first 3 innings. 2-4-5 the box score reads as Bancroft currently leads the Lakers 11-0. There's no run rule in the Pioneer League, as was a hard enough commit to make Monday through Thursday 7-inning games, but nevertheless, they'll play out the duration despite being up 11-0 here in the bottom of the 4th, as the first pitch off speed from the new right-hander Colby Peterson, wearing number 18 from Albert Lee. Goes up 0-1 on Ross. Quickly going from the windup once again. A big swing and a miss from Sean Ross there. Finds himself down to the count 0-2. A pitch, and Ross watches an off-speed go by for strike 3.
Next to bat for the Bandits, right fielder number 11, Aaron Cowboy Mason.
First batter, first strikeout of the game for the new Lakers pitcher Colby Peterson, the third one we've seen tonight. In relief for Julio Estacio, didn't quite have the best start here tonight, giving up 7, and then 4 runs given up by Trey Rogers. Aaron Mason looking for his 4th consecutive trip on base, 2 for 2. And a walk. 3 runs scored and 3 stolen bases for Aaron Cowboy Mason as he continues to tear it up here for the Bandits. The 2-0 count here to Mason as he gives a kick but holds off on a pitch that looked a little healthy there off the plate, but nevertheless strike 1. Good to hold off 2-0. 2-1 count with 1 down. Mason tries to go upstairs but pops this one over the backstop. Foul ball, strike 2. Be a 2-2 count here for Mason. The 2-2 to Mason, and he goes to left field. This one down. 3rd hit of the game for Aaron Cowboy Mason. And with 2 strikes, he is just unfazed as he ropes this one into left field. 3rd hit of the game, 4th straight time on base for Mason, and will bring up number 6, Dakota Coco Kennedy, a pinch hitter for Abel Pena. He'll be just a clean substitution into left field as this one rides outside in the dirt, and Kaiser makes another block. Ball 1. So a 1-0 count here to Kennedy. The pitch, and he hits this one. Gonna get down to shallow left behind the outstretched glove of Huska. Mason races to 3rd, and he gets it. And it will be a double with 1 down for Dakota Coco Kennedy. Runners at 3rd and 2nd now for Daniel Hernandez. So once again, another RBI opportunity for Hernandez, but he's only 1 for 1. Walking in his past 2 trips to the plate, but he's scored all 3 times. So the corners are going to be in here for Hernandez. And this one roped to deep left field, down, and this could be extra bases. The runs will score. Hernandez will beat the throw, and a good one. RBI double for Daniel Hernandez. 1 hopping the wall, making it 13-0 Bancroft.
Next to bat for the Bandits, center fielder number 4, Adrian Cortez.
First pitch of the at-bat, and Hernandez goes upstairs. Rockets this one to deep left field to bring up Adrian Torres. First pitch to him, a little bit of chin music, goes by for ball 1. Pitch goes by Torres as he lays off for strike one. 1-1 count to the left-handed hitter out of El Paso, Texas. A 1-1. He hits this one to right, and that one's down. It's going to get past the right fielder, Davidson, and Hernandez will come around third. RBI single to right for Adrian Torres. And when it rains, it pours, and the Bandits offense has erupted here from Memorial Park. 14-0. Russell goes inside out and just foul. This one drifts away. And didn't quite make great contact on that one. I'm sure Russell might be happy he's got a second chance here. 0-1 count, still one down. Torres on first following an RBI single. Russell pops this one up again, and Erickson easily makes the grab behind second base for out number 2.
Next back for the Bandits, first baseman, number 3, Julian Big Jules Galindo.
Galindo pops this one to the right side, and Erickson makes another grab for out number 3. Bandits score 3 more here in the bottom of the 4th as they lead the Albert Lee Lakers 14-0. We head to the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. On the bottom of the 4th from Carroll, it still looks to be the Gypsum Miners out in front of the Merchants 9-2. I'll try to see if Storm Lake and Ames are in action here tonight. Doesn't look to be. Still a 14-0 ball game as the Lakers offense has caught fire here in their 4th home game of the summer. 14 hits, 14 runs, only 1 error on defense, and 1 hit from the Lakers and no runs for them thus far. We'll now see an NDSU Bison come up to the plate, and Thomas Kraus, a left-handed batter, almost reaching base with a hit to deep left field last time, but he flew out. As we now see a defensive substitution, Coco Kennedy out in left. First pitch of the at-bat from Crosby, going to nab the lower outside part of the zone for strike 1. As it looks like we see a left-handed pitcher warming up for Bancroft. Looks to be Ryan Miller out of Butler Community College. Might see another appearance from him here. 1-1 count here to Kraus. Crosby begins his wind. This one swung on and missed, a fastball for strike 2. Crosby the wind, ahead in the count, 1-2 the delivery. As Kraus throws the head of the bat at this one, and it's going to drift foul towards the Lakers bullpen out and left. Another great turnout here from the Bancroft faithful. Is trying to bring winning baseball back to Bancroft. We're well on our way as we've got a 5-1 start to this season. Slow breaking ball almost cuts in the zone. Maybe just below the knees, but still not a bad pitch with 2 strikes as Crosby still throwing some good stuff out here after 4 complete. The 2-2, and Kraus goes upstairs, pops this one up to left. Kennedy going to make the grab in foul territory for out number 1.
Next man for the Lakers, shortstop number 10, the beer batter, Cody Erickson.
With 1 down here following the fly out to left. I'll bring up the beer batter, Cody Erickson. Was able to battle his way out of a 2-strike approach. Fisting a ground ball air first pitch slider in there for strike 1. An 0-1 count here to Erickson. Another slider, another strike. We're 2/3 the way there, and an 0-2 count to Erickson. Crosby steps back on the rubber looking for his 6th strikeout of the game, and he comes set. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He gets him chasing in the other batter's box. Strike 3, see you later. Dilly indeed as the beer batter goes down swinging. As we got 2 down now following the Erickson strikeout, and somehow another Crosby slider missing there for ball 1. And he's not getting a whole lot of spots now as aids offered at that one, 1-0. And that fastball's in there for strike 1. A 1-1 count as Crosby battles aids here in the top half of inning number 5. A 1-1. Swung on. Goes back to the backstop. Crosby battles 1-2 with aids here with 2 down. Nobody on. The pitch. 4th pitch of the at-bat, and he will sit him down. Strike 3, number 7 of the game for Chris Crosby. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Bandits still lead 14-0 over the Lakers. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. We'll have Miguel Miko Soto, the 7th hitter,
Second baseman, number 30, Miguel.
lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 5. 7, 8, 9 due up for Bancroft. On deck, we'll see a pinch hitter out of Valley City State, Andrew Dr. Dre Sean on deck. And Miko with his first pitch, almost getting him in the shoulders. Carroll Merchants score 4 runs at the bottom of the 4th as they still trail the Gypsum Miners 9-6 from their home field. The 1-0 to Soto, and he hits this one to deep left. And see you later, home run for Miguel Miko Soto. He leads things off with a solo bomb to left field. And the Bandits now make it 15-0.
Pitching in for the Bandits, number 55, Andrew Sean.
Following the solo shot from Miko, that'll bring up Andrew Dr. Dre Sean, and a familiar face with both head coach Michael Kieran and assistant coach Jacob Van Vactor, a hard-working catcher out of Valley City State University, where both Kieran and Van Vactor coached this past spring. Great attitude and a hard work ethic, and let's hope he can get something positive here. And a drifting pitch outside gets called for strike 1. So Sean gets another at-bat here in the bottom of the 5th, and the Bandits have now at least scored in all 5 innings. And that pitch will be in there for strike 2 as Sean finds himself down 1-2 looking at the first 3 pitches of the at-bat. And a swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3 for Andrew Sean as he goes chasing there. I'll bring up Sean Ross, the shortstop.
12, Sean the Rock Ross.
First pitch of the at-bat to Ross in there for strike 1. Second pitch, second strike of the at-bat, and Ross once again finds himself down 0-2. The 0-2 to Ross and goes upstairs. Strike 3.
Pitching for the Bandits,
Looks like we're going to see another pinch hitter here for Aaron Mason, and he has just been having yet another great game for Bancroft. Looks like we'll see another pitching substitution for Albert Lee, but we're going to be seeing Tommy Reyes Cruz come in for the Bandits, and we're going to see a right-handed position player, the designated hitter Thomas Kraus, come out to pitch for the Lakers here. The second appearance Bancroft has seen him on the mound. And so far, Kraus is pretty good out of the bullpen. Not too bad. So we're going to see Kraus with another pitching change for Albert Lee here in the 5th, and Tommy Reyes Cruz in a pinch hitting opportunity here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 down. Bandits lead 15-0. You're listening to Bandits Baseball.
number 18, Gabi Tobito Reyes Cruz.
So 2 fresh players coming to the game. Kraus on the mound, Cruz at the plate. With nobody on and 2 out here in the bottom of inning number 5 from Memorial Park. And Cruz, first pitch of the at-bat, grounds this one towards first. 3-1 put out for out number 3. As we'll go to the 6th inning. Scoreboard still reads Bandits 15, Lakers 0. You're listening to Bandits Baseball. Following God Bless America, we're here in the top of the 6th. Bandits have scored 15 runs and scoring runs in each of the 5 innings at the plate. One more opportunity for even more insurance in the bottom half of this inning here. As we see the 3rd appearance from left-hander Ryan Miller. Had a solid outing in the home game against Fort Dodge. However, had a tough outing against the home game against the Carroll Merchants. So we're hoping he can get into a groove here as the Bandits have a 15-run support lead for the left-handed Miller on the mound now. As Chris Crosby's night has come to an end with 7 strikeouts through 5 complete innings. We see Julian Galindo head out to right field, and Cruz will be playing first as Dre Sean will just be a clean substitution for Galindo behind the plate. We're going to go back to the top of the order to start off the 6th inning with Preston Godfrey with his 3rd at-bat of the night to lead things off for the Lakers in the 6th of this 7-inning contest. They've only played about 2 hours here from Memorial Park, and only now the light's starting to come on.
Leading off for the Lakers, left fielder number 16, Preston Godfrey.
So now Godfrey steps in. First pitch of the at-bat to Godfrey. Miller going to miss low and away, ball 1. Two pitches, 2 balls here. As Godfrey works ahead in the count. Nobody on, nobody out. As this one's popped up towards third, Hernandez. This one's just out of reach for him. As Miller works back in the count here, 2-1 strike. This one comes straight back, 2 pitches, and Miller evens it up once again, 2-2. Miller comes set from the stretch, fires, sits him down looking. Strike 3 for Ryan Miller. That's the first for him and the first batter faced here tonight. Second one for him on the summer, as that'll bring up Sam Huska. 0 for 2 as well. And now on deck, Brad Morris with the lone Lakers hit thus far. So Miller recording a strikeout, and this one just a little high as it touches the backstop, ball 1. Miller gets the pitch. The 1-0. Swung on, grounded over towards Hernandez. Bobbles it. The throw. Still in time. Cruz makes the grab for out number 2. It's a hot shot grounder to Hernandez. He just knocks it down, but still has time to make the throw. All the way from third base. 2 batters, 2 outs for the Lakers here in the top of the 6th, and that'll bring up Brad Morris. 1 for 2 as he doubled to left back in the 4th. Miller comes set once more, and another one just high. Hits the backstop on first contact, ball 1. Quite a game we've seen so far tonight with pass balls, as more than a handful have hit the backstop on the delivery. The 1-0 from Miller, and this one skips to Sean, the catcher. 2 balls, no strikes. So Miller steps back on the rubber. The 2-0. And this one's in there on the outside part of the plate, strike 1. And if my eyes don't deceive me, we could be seeing starting pitcher Nico Mayoral. If we head back to the Bandits home run derby, not only was he the lone Bandits pitcher to hit 1 out, he hit 2 out. So more than most of the Bandits, as this one's hit into right, caught for out number 3. As we'll now go to the bottom of the 6th. Bandits still lead the Lakers 15-0, heading to the bottom half of inning number 6. You're listening to Bandits Baseball from Memorial Park. A great turnout, and good old Frank Sinatra blaring through the loudspeakers here at Memorial Park as the Bandits look to get back on a winning streak here for the second straight. They lead the Lakers 15-0, and I'm sure this is the offensive start that Michael Kieran had envisioned, or that he at least expected out of his offense. And he without a doubt got that. The Bandits have scored in every single inning thus far. One last half inning for some insurance, as we'll start things off 2-3-4 with the pinch hitter, 1-for-1 with a double and a run score already, Dakota Coco Kennedy. To lead things off for the Bandits here in the bottom half of inning number 6. First pitch to Kennedy. He skies this one to left and should have no problem. A can of corn catch for Preston Godfrey on the first pitch of the at-bat. Route number 1 will retire Kennedy.
Next bat for the Bandits, third baseman number 22, Daniel Hernandez.
That'll bring up the third baseman 2 for 2 with a double, 2 RBIs, and 4 runs scored for Daniel Hernandez. Grounds this one towards third. Nice grab and a nice defensive play. 2 pitches, 2 outs. The Lakers looking to put quick work away for the Bandits here. Nice play by Aids on that one. 5-3 put out to retire Hernandez. That'll bring up Adrian Torres, as he hasn't gotten out either at all today. Steps in now, grounds this one to the right side, and it could be a 3-pitch inning for Thomas Krause. It is. 1, 2, 3. The Bandits go down in 3 pitches. So one last chance. One last chance for a miraculous comeback for the Lakers. What'll happen first? 15 runs or 3 outs. So we're now here in the 7th inning as Bancroft is holding on to a 15-run lead. We'll see a right-hander out of Hill Community College, Big Tech's Tyler Cornett, looking to put away the Lakers. A quick look ahead in the schedule. We'll be back here on Bancroft Bandits YouTube as we'll head up to Albert Lee at Hike Field to take on the Lakers in 9-inning action. You can be sure to catch us for any baseball Bandits updates, to like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Or for the Laker faithful, be sure to like the Albert Lee Lakers Facebook page or follow them on their Twitter. As Stephen Carlson, we know, does a great job over there for them, so be sure to keep up to date with all your Pioneer Collegiate Baseball League games. Still don't got any further update from Carroll, so I believe the scoreboard should still read 9-6. The Miners lead the Merchants on the road over there. Once again, this is should be the last half inning of regulation here, as we'll see Tyler Cornett come in for his 3rd appearance on the year.
Leading off for the Lakers, center fielder, first baseman, number 30, Jacob McKeon.
So we'll see Jacob McKeon, the cleanup hitter for Albert Lee, step in. 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. And Cornett, the first pitch, a fastball. Rifles just a little inside. Ball 1. Be on tomorrow night. Bandits will once again be on the road Saturday at Carroll for a much anticipated rematch there, this time at Merchants Park. And Sunday we'll be back here at Memorial Park, 4 p.m., 9-inning action against the Fort Dodge Gypsum Miners. A 1-1 count here as Cornett works from the windup. 3rd pitch of the at-bat. This one rocketed towards Sean Ross, and he wears it off the body. And it should be an infield single for McKeon, as that was just a very hard hit ball. And it takes a Lakers hop So we'll see a pinch hitter now for Albert Lee, Jackson Key, a right-hander. Typically in the lineup as a catcher. Grounds this one to Ross and could be redemption to Soto. To Cruz. 6-4-3 spells 2 outs for the Bandits, and we're 1 away from the shutout here tonight from Memorial Park.
Pitch hitting for the Lakers, number 24.
See a left-handed batter now. I believe this is Sam Warren for the Albert Lee Lakers. Lays off the first pitch outside for ball 1. So Sam Warren steps in now. Coming in to pinch hit for Levi Davidson. So Cornette looking to put away the Lakers, but first 2 pitches missing for balls. The 2-0 from Cornette. Swung on, grounded to Soto. Makes the grab and the throw, and that will do it from us here tonight in Memorial Park. As the final score, the Bancroft Bandits hold on to a 15-0 victory over the Albert Lee Lakers. Once again, we will be on the road tomorrow night at Hike Field, as the Bandits will once again take on the Lakers in 9-inning action on the road. We'll be able to see Jesse Bloom get the start for Albert Lee. I believe Dante Glover has the start tomorrow night for your Bancroft Bandits. For the Laker fans, on behalf of Stephen Carlson, I want to thank him for doing great jobs on giving updates over there. And for the Bandits, tonight we're going to have to give the player of the game to Lance Russell, going 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs and a run scored. He has once again just continued to tear things up for the Bandits. So Lance Russell earns your player of the game here tonight. So I believe this is the second time he's won that. First game of the year, he shared the honors with Ryan Bird. So once again, on behalf of Bancroft Bandits Baseball, I want to thank you for tuning in tonight for the broadcast. Once again, we'll have first pitch tomorrow night at 6:45 with a pregame at 6:15. Once again, final score from Memorial Park. Bandits win 15-0 over the Lakers. Thank you for tuning in.